I can.
Thank you.
These lights are pretty cool, but you're not gonna be able to see my face very well.
Oh, no ring light in there, huh?
No. Well, this is the kids' room, like I said. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I could do something. Wait. I know I could do something.
All right.
This is good. Oh, a little bit.
Let's see who our barflies are tonight. We have. Oops. We have hashtag SOS cannot make it, but she's got a fill-in place for her.
Okay.
We have Inked Up and Casey. Let me be sure Inked Up is awake.
I got the hallway light on, so that will help a little bit.
Hopefully he shows up. How you doing, Emoji J? I see my admins in the room, everybody.
Grandpa, how are you? Let's start with all the wheels tonight for a
Thank you,
amazing
Paul.
victory.
1, 2, 3, John Paul.
Single heart.
He's
Hello.
online. Hopefully he shows up. Single heart, welcome. You're okay, Emoji J? You should be wonderful, I hope.
I was gonna say just okay. No.
We want to hear you're fantastic, Jay. Fantastic.
Batman.
Welcome, Shag Batman. It's good to see you. Neil, welcome. TJ, welcome.
I'm too lazy to read the whole name. I'm sorry, guys.
Single heart, welcome. Landon, welcome. That and it can trigger seizures. There, that's good. There, we got some light now on you. Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those lights do trigger seizures, correct, but they don't
It's
affect
fine with a solid light on. You got a solid light, you're fine. I think most people know if they have to turn the channel, you know what I mean?
Right. No, I know because I have epilepsy. I have seizures, so I know what the lights do for my
Right.
So it won't affect
Thank
me.
you, 1, 2, 3 for all these wheels. Thank you so very much. Tor, welcome.
Inked Up, hello.
Inked Up made it. Wonderful. Hello, Inked Up. Good to see you here. Thank you, Tor. If my barflies are here, please go ahead and accept the cue. Accept the cue. It starts right now, Inked Up. Go ahead and accept the cue.
Hello. We're gonna have a fun night.
It is going to be a great show tonight, everybody. It's going to be a great show. It might even be a 2-part show. It's a pretty intense show. Hello, Dominic. I'm great, thank you.
I still can't believe I'm wearing my son's jersey.
So I forgot to look who else is our barflies here. I forgot who the other person was. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah, because we have a stand-in now.
What happened?
We have a stand-in. Okay. We have Casey. We have Inked Up, and we have. Let's see. Where's her message? And we have somebody that goes by the name of Bear MF Necessities. Bear Necessities should be here soon. Bear Necessities, are you here?
Okay, well, that's good. My hair is so. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
All right, my barflies would all accept the cue. Dominic, I might bring you into the show if necessary. You're welcome. I will. That's going to be for the next show, Dominic. That's going to be for Tuesday night's show. You're on a Groovy game show, right? Awesome. All right. Let's see, I see one of my barflies. Inked Up, go ahead and accept the cue, please.
You got Inked Up?
Yeah.
So he's one of ours.
Hey, Gopher. I don't see him here yet, Gopher. Bare Necessities isn't here yet.
No.
Thank you, OMG.
Isn't he? No, he's one of us.
Oh, okay, I got that message just now.
Sass.
You're new as of today, Emoji. Emoji, do you want to be on the show tonight if necessary? Let's see, we've got, okay, 2 of our barflies are here. We'll just start the show now. And hopefully our 3rd barfly will show up.
Okay, hopefully.
Hey, it's so sorry. It's okay. Go for it. It's okay. I'm just sorry for your eye. Oh, okay, Jay. No worries, Jay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start. You ready?
Let's go. Let's make this happen.
All right.
Let's have fun.
Let me make you medium real quick. All right. Aloha! Welcome to the
Baby
Bay.
cave.
It's like being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room. So make your drinks and pop your popcorn because you're about to enter no man's land in the ladies' room as a fly on the wall. Now let's meet our 3 handsome barflies, maybe only 2 handsome barflies. Let's meet our handsome barflies. We have, first and foremost, we have Casey. Come on in, Casey. It's good to have you.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, Pinky.
Hello, Casey.
How are y'all?
How are you doing
How was
tonight?
y'all
I forgot to introduce Katerina, my co-hostess. I'm so sorry, Katerina.
It's okay. It's okay.
Everyone, this is my girlfriend. Her and I have been out at the Sparks Bar tonight. So we are going to be flies on the wall in the ladies' room at a sports bar. Casey, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Great.
Had
Good
a
to
chill
have
day.
you here. Awesome. It's great to have you. Okay, so we're going to introduce our second barfly. We have, ladies and gentlemen, Inked Up. Please welcome Inked Up.
Good job.
Woo-hoo!
Welcome,
Hello,
Inked
Inked
Up.
Up. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. It's good to see you.
You too.
All right, and we need a third barfly. So if someone's in the audience and they want to become a part of the show, right now is your best opportunity to hit the box. If you're a man, please hit the box. It doesn't matter which way you go. You could like men or women, but we want a male barfly in here if possible. Or if you're a woman that
I
looks
have
like
someone
a man
on
that works for you.
standby, and I told him
It's
to
okay,
find
go.
you like 10,
You guys like my new
15
chair? Look at my
minutes
new chair.
ago.
Look at my new chair. It lights up and everything. All right, everybody. So
Does
here
that
we go.
pictures in it?
I see. I'm not him again. Oh my God, not him again. It's going to be our third barfly tonight, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you, OMG. How are you doing tonight?
What am I, a butterfly?
You're a barfly. So what you are is you're a barfly on the wall in the ladies' room. We're going to be in the ladies' room having a private conversation, and you 3 men are going to be muted for some of the show. We will unmute you to give your feedback. Let me go ahead and do the introduction. Here we go. All right, so you're about to hear top secret conversations from the ladies in the ladies' room.
Butterflies?
You're about to hear top secret conversations, stories, opinions, and experiences and facts from the ladies in the ladies' room. Then you'll have the opportunity to hear the male barflies' deflections, opinions, perspectives, stories, and presumptions before they're muted again. So, how are you doing tonight, Katerina? Are we having a good time?
Having a great time. But before we start, so we only having 2 butterflies tonight?
There's 3 in the box.
Because I only see 2 on my end.
Oh no.
I only see 2, and you and me. I only
Try
see 4.
resetting your Wi-Fi. Reset your Wi-Fi real quick.
Okay, hold on. It might kick me, so give me a second.
I hope not.
It probably will because I'm on my iPad. That's the problem. Because I only see 2.
Okay.
And I'm not frozen. Nothing's frozen. Everybody's moving.
Everyone enter the queue again. I'm so sorry to do this.
Sorry about that,
She
guys.
sees everybody. Everybody enter the queue again. Katerina, jump off the app. Come right back. We gotta
Okay,
get this
yeah,
going.
I'm going to jump off. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
All right. So sorry about this, everybody. Sometimes the app might glitch every now and then. So we are going to restart the show real quick. It won't take very long to get started up again. But for anyone that's never been to the Babe Cave show before, it really is a fun show. It is really exciting. Okay, here comes Katerina, our co-hostess. All right, barflies, go ahead and accept the box. All right, there you go. You can see all 3 of them when they enter this time. Thank you, Brett. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, but yeah, that was weird.
All right, we have KC, everyone. Welcome back, KC, everybody. Yeah,
Okay.
give it up for KC.
I see KT.
Welcome back. OMG, not him again. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I see OMG, which OMG was not in a box. but I see him now.
And let's see where Inked Up is. Hopefully Inked Up's coming right back too. We definitely want to have Inked Up in here. We'll wait for Inked Up. We'll give him a minute to get back in. Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the Band Cave. Oh, you got a phone call. And you have to take it, Inked Up. Ooh, received 10 snowballs. I have 2 of 10. Then I win a challenge. Thank you so much for the love. Go for it. Thank you.
Aw, thank you.
All right, so we're going to have to bring him in shortly. We'll bring him in shortly. Oh, how sweet. Okay, so here we go, everybody. We're going to go ahead and mute the man. Go ahead and Inked Up when you get in here. Come back in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start talking about whatever we want to talk about in the ladies' room. So tonight, we're going to be talking about a thought. I just recently learned what that is. Do you know what that is, Katerina?
A thought?
A thought. T-H-O-T.
Yes, I know what that is.
Why don't you tell me what that is?
I don't know how to explain it. What thought, like, what you think of, like, thoughts about certain things in life.
No. A thought means that hoe over there.
Oh, okay.
Thought means that hoe over there. It's a new word. It's what the new kids are saying in town.
Oh, okay. I don't know the new words. Continue.
It means that hoe over there.
Well, see, I'm not used to the new kids' words now these days. Okay,
I know, right? I'm surprised you got them. All right, so the show tonight, we're going to be talking about, are you the shit or are you a hoe? Are you the man or are you a hoe? And are you sleazy and easy? Are you sleazy and easy? Are you a stud? You a player? Are you a prude or are you promiscuous? So there's a fine line somewhere that I cannot figure out, Katerina. There's a fine line between being sleazy and easy and being prude or being the man. You know what I mean? Like the man, like you the man or you the woman, you getting it. But I don't know the difference because it seems to me like when a guy's sleeping around, he's the man. He a player. But if a girl's sleeping around, she's sleazy. She a hoe. A thought. She a thought.
Okay, yeah. Now I understand what you mean. Yeah, because like I said, I'm still used to using the word hoe. Not,
yeah, that's our day and age, but not the new day and age. They say thought.
I am too old for the new age.
I know. I'm wondering, like, where in the world is that line written? Because there's a song. I got to give a shout out to Role Model, by the way. Role Model told me, I'm a slut, I'm a hoe, I'm a freak. I got a different girl every day of the week. It's true I tried to put the rush on you. I had to let you know I have a crush on you. I thought she was saying that to me and writing it freestyle. She actually copied it off of Biggie Smalls. Or some artist. So I told her I was still going to use it on my show because I thought it was funny. Yeah, that was funny. All right, so what's not right? I don't think it's right to be a hoe if you're sleeping around. Be called a hoe. I think a hoe is one who sells her body. Right? How do you feel about that, Katerina?
In my opinion, whether you're selling your body or you're not, or you're sleeping around with 20 men a day, in my opinion, you're still a hoe. I'm sorry.
So what about a guy who's sleeping around, Katerina? Is he the man or is he a hoe?
Well, when man does it, he thinks he's the pimp because he could get every woman every 5 minutes. Like in my opinion, you're just a man whore.
A man whore, she says.
Yeah.
So at what point are you like you the shit? You know what I mean?
You're the shit.
At what point are you the shit? Like you the shit. You the man.
Well, when you're not sleeping around, I would say, if that's what you mean.
Oh, really? Okay. Or if you tapping a celebrity, maybe you the man, dude. You the man.
Well, that's different because the celebrity, they have the money, so they don't look at you like that because you got the money. But as a man, if you're respectful and you're not trying to sleep with that person on the first date, or you're not trying to sleep around with a bunch of females, then yeah.
So when is a man actually considered a slut?
When he tries to sleep with the person on the first date, for example.
Oh, so he tries to sleep with a man on the first date to you, huh? Okay, all right. Because I think we are sexual creatures. We gotta kind of embrace that. But you know, I'm curious. I really am curious. If we were to, hang on a second, sorry about that. If we were to move from A, the babe cave,
Hey,
to B, the man cave. All right, barflies, you're free to share your feedback.
I thought it was funny. She didn't know what a thought was, and she's all like, "I think it's like, you know, same thing as a chicken head. You know what a chicken head is?
I don't use
That's
these
old school
useful
too.
words. No, I just go
No,
based on
chicken
what I.
head's old school.
Yeah, no, I don't know what chicken head is. I might have
I
heard it,
know,
but I don't use
I
these.
know what you call a chicken with a lettuce in its eye.
So,
What is it?
I don't,
A chicken Caesar salad.
a chicken head, kind of the same
Chicken
thing
Caesar
as a
salad.
thought, you
I'm
know,
guessing,
or
don't worry.
kind of,
I'm
you know.
guessing chicken head is somebody that like hasn't like a chicken without a head. Is it like somebody
But
that runs
it's
around
if you,
crazy? Not,
but it's a rap song like what early 2000s, late 90s.
All right.
Talks
So,
about chicken
what point?
heads.
What's the difference between a hoe, a easy and sleazy, and a prude and the man? What's the difference between a hoe and the man?
Well, if you got
wow, I
game
hope
or
to
if
be.
you fucking, you know, it ain't bragging if you back it up.
What does
Wrong
that mean
answer.
exactly? Expound.
Wrong answer. Joking. Go on,
It,
explain.
like
Like,
if you say that you're good at something, you know, or you're confident in something, you know, it's not bragging about something if you can back it up. Like if you can fucking prove, you know, okay, you know, like guys always like, oh, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, like.
Try and keep the cussing on the down low, please, Casey.
yeah,
Okay.
do it slowly.
But if guys, you
No,
know, if they,
no F-bombs, no F-bombs, please. Thank you.
but if they say
Yeah.
something along that line, you know, and then they're like a 1 minute man. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, so if you back up if you can walk the walk that you talk,
Yes.
you're the man
Yeah.
who can walk out the walk that you talk.
In other words,
That's
you're
how I
sick
feel.
of little boys. Yeah, you're sick of little boys. People that manipulate or don't, and it's not about men or women, or it's about individuality and how people make you feel and how you let people make you feel. And you might meet somebody and get on well with them and get drunk and then have sex because it happens sometimes. Doesn't mean you're a whore. It just means that you know. Yeah, it doesn't come down to men or women. Right? We're all whores. We're all attention seeker
Like
people.
like
That's why
like
we're
Groovy
here.
said, we're sexual
But
beings, you know. But I've
yeah, we
learned from
are.
my
We all want
experience, if
attention.
they
But
put out the first night, they're not worth, like,
is that
it's not gonna last.
no, not necessarily. It depends. If alcohol's involved, then sometimes you
And
can't
it
help
does
yourself.
depend,
I've
but
been there.
for the most part,
Yeah, and
or
then
like
if
my
you go on to the
experience,
next person and then you keep doing it and you're manipulating people, not telling them the truth and walking the walk, I'm not talking about walking the walk in bed or whatever. It's about how you talk to that person, how you tell them how each other feel. Don't promise them the world and never speak to them again, because I've had that done to me and I've done it to people. That's what being a man is, and being a hoe or whatever. It's just about communicating with each other, making each other
So
feel good.
at what point, and when is a man considered a slut? Because a man that gets laid a lot is
Men are
considered. He's
sluts.
always in the past, at least in this world, a man that slept around was considered the man. A
That's all
girl was
men
considered a
think about.
hoe.
Mostly, men only think about that. It comes from old times, from all these men should have so many wives and that. Like, listen to Andrew Tate. He might be messed up, but he talks a lot of sense. He might be a chauvinist idiot, but he does, and it's true. We believe a lot of all these religions, the way we've been brought up. Women are discriminated just like black people. It's bad. We're all even. We're all different. We're all different, but we all have the same gift to be alive and love each other and spread love. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down about being a hoe. Are you an attention hoe? Are you treating people like rubbish and not being honest to them? Or are they making you feel like that and you don't know how to communicate them, or you're just addicted to them?
Mhm.
You know?
I I like your answers. I like your answers.
True though. True. I'm an old man, not as old as.
Don't even go there.
Sorry, I got kicked out before because
Babe cave.
Back to the babe cave. We got two flies on the wall this evening, y'all, giving their feedback. This is a show about being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room. So here we go with the next couple topics. They're all under the same category. Everybody just asked differently, and so on and so forth. Why do men look at lucky women as sluts and hoes? They do. They may not say they do, but they do. If I was to say I got it twice in one day, I'd be looked at as a sleazeball. Right, Katerina? Or would
Yeah.
I be looked at as really lucky?
No, I wouldn't say you would be looked at as you're lucky that you got it twice in one day from two different person. You talking about?
Yeah, two different people. Would I be looked at as a sleazeball, or would I be looked at as lucky?
No, I will probably you will be looked at as sleazeball.
Yeah, right? But just
Absolutely.
on perspectives, I'd be lucky.
Yes, because
You
you
know?
got two men in one night or one day,
Right. So it's
and
that's
that
22.
usually doesn't happen. That usually doesn't happen.
And we are sexual creatures, like I said earlier. We have to embrace that, you know. But I think bragging about getting theirs all the time, I think that would be somebody that would be considered more of a hoe or a slut. Bragging about I'm getting it all the time. And then. What do you think about the bragging ones? The people that like to brag about it. And, oh, I got Susie on Monday and Sally on Tuesday and Katie on Wednesday and Jenny on Thursday, you know.
No, that first of all, you don't ever want to brag about how many times a day or how many times a week or how many men you have sex with, because yeah, that's bragging. Like, because people
Oh
are
my
gonna
God.
judge you.
Gopher said, I know a guy on here that has a map with pins for every person he's slept with.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of pins on the map. I would consider that. Sleazy. Oh, we have someone else who wants to be a barfly. I don't know who this is. I would like to bring you in. I don't know who you are. Should we take the risk? Let's do it. We're not on a featured show right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna mute you till we free the barflies, though. You have to be muted like everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, and he's still talking. That's okay. Let him go. All right. So what about what were you saying about the bragging?
It's just people are gonna judge you and look at you differently if you're gonna be bragging about how many times a day or how many times a week you have sex with how many people.
Right. Exactly. Or they're gonna get jealous.
Yeah.
They
And then
might
they're gonna
get
judge you.
jealous. All right. What about how many dates until you sleep with someone? Because if you like one of our barflies happened to mention, if you sleep with someone, or you mentioned, if you sleep with someone on the first day, you a hoe. Casey, one of our barflies, mentioned if you sleep with someone on the first date, it's probably not going to last. I was wondering what you think about that, Katerina.
How many days until you should sleep with somebody?
Yeah, how many dates until you sleep with someone? At what point is it okay to be intimate where you're not looked at as a hoe?
In my opinion, it varies on what kind of connection you have. So I'm gonna talk about me. If I go on a date with somebody and then the first day I see what kind of connection I have with that person, then I'm interested in going on another date and then go on and on. From my experiences, it was like 4 or 5 dates until I slept with that person. There's been times where we didn't sleep with each other, so saw each other naked until we actually became boyfriend girlfriend. So it's about connection. To me, it's about connection. I'm not just gonna go sleep with somebody and get laid because I'm a horny.
I have a girlfriend of mine who is very, very clear and particular with men. She says 3 dates. So they will actually take her out 3 days in a row just because they want some. And she will give it up. It's ridiculous. She's got this 3-date quota. And I think that's very interesting to know that. Like that's to me that's weird to have like a set time or a set date, like this many dates. But obviously people do have numbers because she does, Trina does.
Right.
So have you ever heard of anyone that has like a number like this many dates before I'll sleep with them or
No,
no?
nope, no. I never heard of anything like that or know anybody that do that. But
Right? All right.
I can't.
Well, I wonder.
I can't have sex with somebody when there's no connection. I feel awkward, like I'm having sex with some weirdo.
Right.
Just does not feel right.
Well, and earlier we were talking about the hoe or slut, are you the man? And a lot of people do think that way. I know it seems like the barflies and us don't. Like we kind of look at it a little bit like a little differently. But I think it's a double standard because most men do think. I really think that most men think like that. That if they're getting it all the time, they lucky. If a girl's getting it all the time, she a slut. I think most men think like that. At least most men used to when I was in my 20s. That's how they thought, right?
They still do. They just don't admit it. They're
Exactly.
looking like, oh my gosh, she's hot. I want to have sex with her. Fuck. Oh, I can't help
Well,
it.
if we out at the club, we bring home a guy, they'd be like, you a hoe, girl. You just meet him and you bring him home. And you went out last night and you brought another guy home, you a slut.
Very true. Very true.
Well. Oh. You know what that's called? It's called tearing down the house.
Exactly. The man cave.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello?
We're great. So go ahead and give us feedback about bragging, guys. Barf.
Okay,
So,
listen.
is
So
breakfast?
give me 1 second. Let me talk about the subject. Check this out. So I don't think if the girl is giving it up on the first date, it means absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean she's a hoe, she's loose, or it means nothing, because these days there's things like Tinder or whatever equivalent is. It's
Grindr.
basically what it is. It's like girls are like women are like guys, and I know this out of experience. Women are like guys. Women are predators as much as male are predators, because women, when you want to get your freak on, you need to get your freak on. Before, it used to be like in the culture, it used to be like, oh, it's not, it wasn't acceptable. But now in 2020s, like whatever, like 2010s, 2020s,
It's okay to be a hoe nowadays, huh?
no, it doesn't make you a hoe. It doesn't, unless if you
So
don't
what
charge.
makes you a hoe?
If you charge, it makes you a hoe.
Is that the only way that you're slut or you're sleazy is if you charge?
No.
If
Wait
you
a second.
If you
Hoe
what,
and the
sorry?
slut is totally two different things. Hoe is when you charge. Slut is basically when you
what?
sleep
When you
around.
what? Sorry, when you what?
When you sleep
Okay,
around.
that's what I'm saying. If a woman sleeps around, she's a slut. But if a man sleeps around, he's the man.
No, but that's again. I don't know how to change the culture, but there is nothing wrong with the woman that sleeps around. It's like if it's like if the woman sleeps around, you sleep around. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Where are you from? Poland?
Got you back, Beast Mode.
No, I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, I know, but where are you
What do my
from?
other barflies think? OMG, what do my other barflies think about this? About bragging? What do you guys think about bragging?
So what if on the date thing?
Hold on.
Is the second?
what's the
So if you go to dinner and you stay the night, if you go for dinner and you stay the night, and then the next morning is the second date. Say you don't put out on the first date, but you put out on the second date. Is breakfast considered a second date?
That's a good one, that one. I'm not. That's pretty cool.
No. Listen.
For
no,
my
no,
friend, it would be.
no. Listen. No, wait. There are
I think this
differences.
is kind of sleazy.
No, there's differences. Like, look, let's say you hook up with somebody, like, let's say through Tinder, right? And basically, when you hook up with somebody through Tinder, it means
But Tinder's like a guaranteed lay, though.
it's not. Dude.
No, there's
It's
never
not.
guarantee lay, right,
It's not
Katerina?
guaranteed, bro. bro,
I don't know. I
it's
don't
not
use Tinder
guaranteed.
because Tinder
You know,
is full of.
it's not guaranteed. Look at me. I'm a sexy bitch, you know, but it's not. It's not even guaranteed for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes,
No,
Can
but
I
sexy,
listen.
keep
ain't
the
you?
purse
No,
rich down,
listen.
everybody, please?
No, listen. Hold on. The
Yes,
only thing is
sexy, ain't
guaranteed.
you?
I mean, I fuck a lot of hookers. I mean, I
Okay,
call
listen,
escort.
listen, stop. No more cursing, please.
Okay.
No more F word. At least not the F
Okay.
word, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
We're talking
I
about real, not money.
Yeah, no, listen. Okay,
Different thing.
the only guaranteed thing is basically escort. I mean, I fuck a lot of escorts, you know, like
Jeff, I'm
Oh,
gonna have to
oh,
kick you out if
oh,
you use the F word one more time, okay?
oh,
sorry.
Cordoba,
I
Cordoba.
uh that I mean that's what I do. That's a guaranteed thing. But uh let's say if I hook up with somebody, let's say even like on POF or something like this, and I go on a date with a girl, and the date I don't expect to get laid on the first date, you know. If I do, it means there would be no second date. But if I don't, that'd be a second date
Oh,
because
Katerina, again, a second barfly says, if you give it up on the first date, there won't be a second. Wow.
yeah, because if you hook
In other words, he thinks she's a slut.
no, I don't think she's
No,
a slut. But if you
easy.
if you
She's
if
easy.
you no
Oh,
She's
Inked Up, just
easy.
come
I
in.
can
Inked
just
Up, come
give
on
you a
back
call.
in. Inked Up,
if
come in whenever you want. You're
It
in.
might,
You know it's you.
if the girl gives it up on the first date, it means she just wants to get around. She just wants to get a freak on. That's it.
No. I can
But
give
if
you
she
a
doesn't
call.
give it up on the
When the
first date,
hostess, listen. When the hostess or the co-hostess are talking, only one at a time. Let her talk, okay?
yeah, put your hand
You're a
up. Like that.
barfly on the wall, remember.
When you want to talk, put your hand up. There we go. Go on then.
Go ahead, Katerina. What do
No,
you
I just think she's easy.
no. If the girl gives it up on the first date, it means that's all she wants. She just wants, she just wants for tonight. But if she doesn't give it up on the first date, and she gives you your phone number, and she's like, "Call me tomorrow. Let's have another date tomorrow," then it might progress into something different. You know, it's not. It doesn't. Listen, sex is so easy these days. It doesn't have to be like on the first date, on the second date, on the third
Yeah,
date.
now let's listen to
Sex is very easy
OMG.
these days.
OMG, go ahead.
Go, OMG.
I can talk, can I?
Gay?
Wow.
You gay?
Right. I'm not gay. My boyfriend is. I forgot now.
Yo, linked up. Linked
Okay.
up. Cheers, motherfucker.
Inked Up, come on back in the room. So the Inked Up is supposed to be where you're at, Rich.
Again.
So Inked
Kick
Up's
him
coming
out.
back in.
Get the fit guy in. Kick him out. He keeps swearing. Stop swearing.
Inked Up, jump in, please. I've just been saving your spot for you.
I just
Sorry, I
wanted to
keep
know
swearing
what
because I'm drunk.
word it
I'll
was
go
you
on.
said. Before.
Groovy, I know you through D White. I know you through him. He's my boy.
I'm
So
gonna replace you with the Inked Up, okay?
yes,
You're
yes.
supposed to be there.
I'm just gonna.
Oops.
Yo.
Hello,
Yo.
Inked Up. Thank you for coming back. Everyone, Inked Up was on the flyer. He is supposed to be a
I just got
barfly for
super
this show.
quiet.
So thank you. Welcome back, Inked Up. Can we get some feedback from you?
He's the
I
biggest
missed
butterfly
half of
here.
it, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. Sometimes it just happens on the first date. Sometimes you just can't always predict that it's actually going to happen. You just might like actually click and be like, oh, like this is just what's going to happen. Or you might go to your way and be like, hey, I just want to get lucky tonight. So you just like give it up and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, it works both ways,
What
It
about
comes
if a
down-
woman was on a date with you and she's bragging about how she's getting it every day from different people? How would you look at her? As a hoe or a slut or the man? She the woman. She's the pimp.
I'd be like,
probably
I'm
wouldn't
for
wanna
sure
sleep
getting
with that.
laid, and I better have 2 condoms on. But
You probably wouldn't want to sleep with it because
It
it's
comes
just going to
down.
be really like,
It
she
comes
might have
down.
something or whatever. You don't really know what potentially could happen.
I mean, I wouldn't think no different about her. If she's a cool person, she's a cool person. But I mean, if I went to her and tell her how often I got laid, she'd be like, okay, let me see your paper of your fucking checkup,
It comes
Okay, no
It
F
comes
bombs.
down.
I'm not gonna ask
It-
anymore, please. No F bombs, guys, please.
Oh,
It comes
Please,
down
really pay
again.
attention. If this was a featured show, you guys would be getting me in a lot of trouble. So
It
please, no F
comes
bombs.
down again to what we were talking about before. like if you meet someone, you get drunk, yeah, and you have a good night. It's all in the UK. It's different, right? Like if you're meeting somebody, like it is different when alcohol's involved. It's completely different because your ambitions are down, and you get that kind of.
Katarina.
I just have a quick question. Why you think alcohol is the reason? Like, I think that's the most.
No, I'm saying a lot
That's an
of time.
excuse. That's an excuse
Yes, it
that I would
is.
not take.
Yes, but I haven't finished, have I? Yeah.
No, that's why I raised my hand because I just want to
Okay,
ask.
cool. Okay, yeah. So in the past I have done, but then I've spoken to people for weeks, like online, and then met them, and then it's just not clicked at all. Yeah. But it's about communicating with each other, and being a hoe is going around getting laid all the time just because you. But if no, it doesn't mean you're a hoe. If you're telling people that that's what you want, and you two are good about it, then you're not. But if you go around manipulating people and being a hoe, that's what being a hoe is to me. It's manipulating people and like giving them false intention to, you know what I mean?
So you mean if a guy whines,
I agree with that. I agree with
It
that.
doesn't matter
That's
if
not
you're female or male.
Is if you're a liar or you're like you say, you're a manipulator.
What about the guy that comes out and
But
says,
men-
wait, I'm talking. What about the guy that comes out and says,
Yeah.
you know, baby, I
okay.
want a long-term relationship. You're the woman of my dreams. You're all I've ever wanted. Blah 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 BS, just to get in her
Then you
drawers.
ghost her.
That's most of us guys. Oh my god.
Most
Oh,
guys
That-
are
manipulator.
It is though,
Most
because
men
it
are
That's the whole-
manipulators.
yeah.
You
that's
admitted
the
it.
way that we think. That's guys. Guys are
You
from
just
me.
admitted it.
Men
You
are from
admitted
big. Not
men are
all guys.
manipulators.
Not all of it. No, because women are manipulators
You
too.
said
There's a
that's
different
most of
story.
us for
But
men.
if a guy brags about it,
Women
that's
are
because
manipulators as
it
well.
makes a guy feel good. A woman
Okay, so
would
here's
brag
another
about
question.
it, but
Let's
she'd
talk about
brag
my next
it in a
question, next
different
subject.
way.
How many days until you sleep with someone, Barfies? Katarina and I were saying there's not actually a number. I know someone that has a number. She has a number of 3. And she will actually sleep with them on the 3rd date. It's ridiculous. She's got a number. That's all they got to do is date her 3 times and she'll give it up. Do you guys know anything? How about that?
I don't have a number. I don't
Can I
have a
have a
number,
number?
but I've met 35 to 40 people off this out. I've slept with probably 6 of them. But it's when you meet up, you know, I don't know if that's on like if you meet
It's
up
not
and
the
you have
same.
that it's not like because either they're fake, one first of all, or they're they're not what they seem on stream, or
got
they
told I walk
or
gay.
you just click like as friends. You know, there's been most of them I just click as friends, and like that's how it is. But I don't have like a set number on it has to be this many dates. But like I say, I do kind of like a rule of thumb just for me is the whole first date situation. If they put out on the first date, then I mean, like I say, we're dudes. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you know. But it's I know then not to get feelings for this person, you know, unless it does grow into something more.
So she shouldn't have feelings for you because you put out on the first date too.
Well,
That's the difference. That's where she's a hoe. I'm the man.
I'd put it out on
no,
the first date.
I'm not saying that though. But I mean, I don't know what her opinion,
It's not
you know what I
male
mean.
or
Their opinion
female.
would be about me.
That's silly. It's down to the person. A woman can say like.
But I feel like I feel like that is
brag
old
for
school
sake in a
culture
different way. But she
of judging someone like that.
About
You know, now
they
we're more
think
open with sex.
differently.
Now
They
we're
look
more,
at emotions
you know, it's not as
and
taboo in our culture as it used to be.
They look at things different.
Babe cave.
Katarina,
All right.
what do you think about guys that sperm donate?
Well, that depends on what they're planning on doing with it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Sperm donating. You think that like what about like the sex addicts that just can't get enough? They should be sperm donating all the time, right?
You know what? That's something I've never even thought about that. But actually, the type of guys that like to have sex too much, that would be a perfect thing for them to do.
That would be a good thing, right? It's a way to make money and still do their thing, right?
Absolutely. Why not?
You know, what do you think about sex addicts? Do you think that they should have like a regular partner, or what about the ones that pick new partners all the time? I wonder if those sex addicts need new partners, or do they need a regular partner? I don't know. I love to have sex, but I'm not what you would call an. Well, am I? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh oh my god, that's funny. Um, again, I was with my ex for 4 years, who was just fucking sex freak nonstop. But as long as you're doing it with just me, hey, I could do it just as fast, just as much a day
Exactly.
as anybody else.
There's
But
no such
if you,
thing as too often, right?
yeah, yeah. And if you have to go
What
somewhere else
is too,
because
but there might be a too often. What about guys that want to do it like 10 times in a day? Is that too often?
I just think that's too much. I would say that's too much. I can't keep up like that. Like 2, maybe 3 times a day.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. I could do that till the
Sleep with more than one person.
someone that needs to sleep with more than one person a day, because that one person
Someone doesn't need to, but chooses to. What if someone chooses to?
that's just their preference, but that's not for me though. That's their preference. I'm not gonna judge them, but I don't want to. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around that. No, I'm not gonna be around you just because you have sex with 20 women a day. It's just I know not to put myself anywhere around you.
I might have to like sanitize my bathroom after you leave.
Right?
The alcohol swab. The alcohol swab down.
Absolutely.
How about the wham bam thank you ma'am? Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah, I've done that before. And again, it's not for me. Like, once again, if I need to get laid tonight, I could just call my ex.
Oh, you got the freedom to do that.
But I don't need that. Like, if I'm horny or whatever, if I need to get laid, I'll just take care of myself. I don't need to worry about a man or go get laid.
Right. Now that we're more experienced, we know how to do that, right?
Right.
Thank God for the man who invented the toys.
Exactly.
It was probably a woman. You know that? I bet it was a lesbian that invented the toys.
It was.
I never did research that.
Yeah, it was actually a lesbian there.
Maybe I should have researched that one.
Now I want to know. Fashion, the man cave. And we're gonna start with Inked Up, okay?
Okay. Well, I feel like I missed half of that, but I'm going to say with what I've actually heard because I was actually doing something else. But yeah,
there was a question in there somewhere.
We talked about sperm donating. How many?
That's not what you were talking about. You two were chatting, like getting a coffee and stuff and having cake.
Sex addicts.
That was just a quick.
I'm a bit of a sex addict.
Sperm donating. We talked about sperm donating.
Okay, yeah, I definitely sperm donate. I don't give a shit about doing that.
All right. And how often is too often? Do they have rules at those places?
I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to probably wait like every week or two, so it's actually a good load every time you give it to them. I guess.
Oh, okay.
It depends on how much you got there. You know, some people. It depends
One
how much
per week,
pineapple you eat.
Do they pay you by weight?
Probably. The more spunk you give them, the better it is.
Wow.
Shoot that low.
So what was the question?
Sperm donating.
I've never done that. I've not even done a blood donor. I've never been even given my blood.
You've never what?
There's a lot of restrictions.
Even given my blood.
Wait, Casey, wait a minute. What?
Never even given my blood before.
Oh, okay. What about sperm donating?
I'm 43 this year, like, and I smoke a lot, and my sperm would be no good, even though.
Okay, OMG, let Casey talk now. Okay.
I'm sorry. All right.
Okay. No, he can go ahead and finish. But
Casey, what about
so there are a lot of restrictions. there are a lot of restrictions on sperm donating, and then, but what about the female? Like, if the guy does donate sperm, how would if he wanted to choose, like, okay, he doesn't like this female for him to, because if he wants to
It's
still
not like
be in
that.
that child's life, or
It's not like that. It gets those.
What, Casey?
like, what if he wants to still be in that child's life, like, even though he's, because there are women that can't
I
get
don't think
pregnant.
they're allowed to be. I don't think they're allowed to be.
They're not. I don't know.
I don't think you can go after your child. If you sperm donate, you're donating. Like, I don't think you can ask for your donation
So
back.
yeah,
Or...
no,
You don't
not have
even
it back,
know.
but at least like that child would
Not
know who
like
his
that.
dad is.
Not
I
unless
don't
you want to be
know.
a
I don't know
surrogate
about that.
father and you've
You
got
I
need
don't
to
think
know
they'd like that
butterflies.
to
You
have
can't really
happen.
know about that.
But the female, like, if she has to know a lot about the male that she's gonna have the child with. I mean, I
Okay,
wouldn't care if I donated my sperm. I'm donating my sperm, but I'm just saying, like,
Well, they do give you option as to like if you just want to donate it, but they give you option of signing a waiver where if they give it to somebody, let's say me, then I'm having your child, and they will aware. They'll let you know is okay. We used your sperm. We're having a child. That's some kind of legal
But
thing.
what if you didn't? But what if you were married and your husband couldn't have any, so you guys went to a sperm bank to get kids? Would it be private so that the father would, so your husband would look like the father? Wouldn't that be an intimate, private thing that would stay between a husband and wife? I would think.
Yeah.
So there's probably different options. You've done it before, correct? Are there different options, different boxes you can check?
I've never
got
sperm
one.
donated.
Oh, I thought you said you had. I'm sorry.
No, I just said that I would. I would give being gay is a good opportunity for that sort of thing, helping someone else out that you necessarily can't do it yourself, So
What happened to
I guess
OMG?
in that situation.
Jump back in, OMG.
But then again, sometimes it's
Yeah,
easier to
Bobo.
find someone. Then sometimes it's easier to find someone that might be in a lesbian relationship, and there's a chance that they can't actually have a kid themselves. So you might actually just go up to them and suggest, doing it like naturally, where you can actually give it to them without going through all that processes and shit. And then you get to see the kid and be part of their life and shit still.
Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, butterflies. What about sex addicts? Regular people or new people? Partners? Or should you have regular people? Or what about people, sex addicts that want new people all the time?
well,
Do you know? Have you guys ever known a real
sex
sex
really
addict?
it really is an addiction. It can be addicting, So,
It is.
but it is the difference of being, like you say, with that one person. However many, if you sex is a huge thing in a relationship as well. Like, if both of your sexual attraction is like off, or say this one person wants to have it all the time and this person wants to have it once a week, then that relationship is not going to work, I feel like.
What was that?
My phone.
Inked up. Was that you?
No, it was me.
Oh. All right. What about you, Inked up? What about sex addicts?
I'm a sex addict.
Are you?
I love sex. Hell
So
yeah.
how often do you have to have it every day?
I don't know. I go a couple times, 3 times a day would be good.
3 times a day?
Yeah, I'd
That's
be happy with
considered
that.
sex addict?
Yeah, well, I
If you're
think
going to
so.
someone
I
else,
Would
crave
you do
it.
that with or without somebody? Would
I
you be able
crave
to
it.
do it?
Depends,
If you were
depends what I
having
get
it, you'd
used.
have to do it anyway?
Yeah, I do it anyway. Why not?
That's cool. How about the wham bam thank you ma'am, guys? Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. You get somebody and you get with somebody, she or he, you sleep with them, and then all of a sudden they leave. They're done. Bye. That's all I needed from you. How do you handle? What do you feel about that? And have you ever done
make it
that?
clear from the start. I mean, I've ghosted, yes. I've been ghosted.
My situation, it's usually like that in most gay hookups anyway. It's just like sex and go. It's not like you're hanging around to get to like be best buddies with the person.
Wait, what?
And most times I've hooked up with guys, usually it's like just a hookup, you know. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna lay there and become best friends with him or whatever. Because most time
Okay,
you're just
so
there for
like
one reason.
just one night stands kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel so. I feel that.
And would you prefer that, or would you prefer someone regular as a sex addict?
Probably regular, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to mix it up.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Right,
you.
so it'll be the point.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and bring out the babe cave one more time.
She lost it. There's the babe cave. All right.
Katarina, what do you think of the club, girl? It's fun, huh?
It's fun. It's a lot more laid back, this one, than the last week one.
Yeah,
Different.
last week was totally a hype club, though. It was a club. That was a good club last week.
Yes. So this tonight is more like a laid back vibe, relaxing.
Those Red Sox, they did pretty good, though, didn't they?
Mhm.
They banged that ball. They banged that ball. All right, so we talked about tagging more than one person today, and then a thought is the new word for a hoe, which means that hoe over there. And there's another word for it. It's bust out Tatiana. Tatiana. Bust out Tatiana. That's another way they say it. What about prostitution? What about prostitution? I think that it should be legalized because there's men out there that would rather pay for it than go rape somebody. I think it would probably minimize rapes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think because a lot, well, I think I am wrong because a lot of people that rape, they like the control factor. You know, the fear and the control. So I'm thinking prostitution, maybe that wouldn't help that. But if girls are willing to do that or guys are willing to do that, so be it. That's their business, right?
Absolutely. Again,
That's what I
it's
think too.
their
I think
body.
it's their business. So like, why control somebody? You know what I mean? It's not hurting anybody.
Right.
It's not
No,
like
it's not.
murder or, you know, it's nothing bad like that. So I think that that would be okay. You know.
It's what they do. That's what they enjoy doing. And
Right.
again, like just like she said, I'm sorry, I can't talk, my bad. It's that's how they make living. If that's what they want to do, not that's not my thing. I would never do that, encourage that to anybody to do. But
Yeah.
if that's how they make their living, then they do it. They do what they got to do.
Yeah, because like if I was going to a big party and I was a dude and I'm like some corporate guy in my company and I'm going to this big party and I don't have anyone to bring, I would probably want to hire some girl to come as my date so that I wasn't standing there alone all night. I felt more comfortable because I had someone to talk to, someone to hang out with, you know? So I think that, you know, that probably shouldn't be illegal.
Absolutely.
Of course, the real thing would be a better deal, but if you don't have that, then, you know, and another thing is, what about pimps? They're getting some of the money and they're getting some of the girl.
Now that's a little different, in a little different way. Pimps, okay, huh? What do? They dress up in their tuxedo or nice outfits, and then they have a bunch of females around them.
But are they sluts and hoes?
No, again, it's what they do for a living. I
Right.
don't agree with it, but
So
if that's what they got, the money, they got the whatever, the mansion or whatever, the cars, they're pimps. Cool.
right. What about gold diggers? Are they hoes and sluts?
No,
Or are they the man, the
they're
woman?
just money hungry.
Right.
No,
I think a lot of women do give it up for money. A lot out there.
absolutely.
You know, that's
That's
why
what-
nowadays
that's the
for
problem.
even these young girls, they'll give it up to go out to dinner. You take them out to dinner, boom, they're gonna give it up on that first date.
Absolutely. And that's the problem with this society now these days is it don't matter if you're 16 or 65 years old, a woman, you're gonna go on a date with this person just to have sex with them. I almost said the F word. Just to have sex with them, and they're gonna give you $200-300. Like that's crazy. What is wrong with you? Like
Right.
no, that's just terrible. That's just
Right.
terrible in so many ways.
Right. So does dinner and a date mean she owes you something? Because nowadays, if a guy takes you out to dinner and buys you a couple drinks, he thinks that you owe it to him.
No, I don't owe
You
you
know what I'm
anything.
saying? You know what I'm saying, though, right? They expect it. When you give it up, most guys expect it.
Absolutely.
Most
Absolutely.
guys
I know.
expect it. If you take them out, they expect they're going to get it. You better give it up. I got you something. I want it too. And that's
Exactly.
pathetic,
No. Yeah, that's pathetic. I don't owe you anything.
right? So, what's a player? What's a player?
With a bunch of girls, so you going on the dates every day with different females. Whether you have a girlfriend or you don't have a girlfriend, or you have multiple girlfriends, you're a player.
Yeah, I think a player is one who connives to get it, to get laid. And one that's sleeping around. But a lot of times, the ones that are sleeping around a lot are doing a lot of lying along with it. Hey, baby, I'll talk to you soon. And then, oh, I can't hang out tonight. When you call them up, I can't hang out tonight. I've got to work late. But really, they got another date, right? They got to work late, but I got another date. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's conniving and sleeping around. Yeah, that's a player, right?
Exactly.
That's what
Exactly.
I
I've
think.
been there, experienced that.
All right, and the last subject I wanted to talk to you about, girl, was abortions. Believe it or not, abortions. It's a touchy subject, so we're not going to hit it for long. But you know, I think with this new the Roe versus Wade being spun around, it's not a good thing. You know, I mean, because what about those girls out there that are being taken advantage of? You know, and now you have to be some states you have to be a citizen of that state, you know, to receive. You can't just go to the next state and get one. So I have a time that this is not. I feel that it's not fair to tell a woman what she can and cannot do. But at the same time, I can see a Christian's point of view. You know, it is killing. It really is.
I have to say that's something I could talk to any of you for hours on here. Been there, done that. Unfortunately, I was 18 years old. I had abortion. There's no way I could take care of a child. I'm not gonna give him a life where I can't even take care of myself.
Right.
So yes, I had abortion when I was 17 or 18 years old I was. Yes, I had.
Can you imagine if you didn't have that choice, though? It's been taken away from people in many states.
Then I'm gonna have to either put it on adoption to give him a better life, or yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on adoption to give that child a better life. I would never do that. Obviously, I have 2 children now, but I was lot stable in my life when I was 22,
Right.
23. So I
Right.
had my son when I was 23. I had my
But
daughter
what
when
if
I
it
was
was a
27.
child of incest or rape? You would definitely not want to have to carry that child.
No, absolutely not. Now that's a different situation. Absolutely, you should have 100%. You should have the choice whether you want abortion or not, especially if you're getting raped. I'm not gonna have a child. That's not fair to the child. It's not fair to me when I just got raped by you, for
Right.
example. Like no.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Softball!
You can't see it. You didn't see the dragon. Oh my god, that was fucking awesome.
Thank you, RPG!
Oh, that
Thank
was so.
you! Wow!
That was
Wow!
amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah! Oh my goodness.
Okay. For the egg. Okay, we got the
That
egg.
sucks. I don't have my animation does not work, so I don't know why. And I've deleted the app, reinstalled it, but I heard that egg cracking. And that's when I realized I was like, oh.
It never works for you, or just right now?
It's I got my screen. I got a new screen on my phone, and ever since I did that, the app was messing up, and I deleted the app, put it back on here, and I can hear it and all. And but I can't see none of the animations, none of them. When I gift, so I don't know what I'm gonna try. I don't know if there's a setting that I have off where I can't see the animations.
Yeah, maybe check the settings. It might be the settings.
Not for seeing it, only for hearing it. You can turn audio off, but not for seeing. There's no reason you shouldn't
Yeah,
be able
see, I
to
don't
see
get
that.
it.
Yeah, that's weird. You don't see it. Yeah,
I
check
gotta
your
figure it out on
settings.
my phone.
You
But
want
that
to
was
do
awesome.
jump ball? Hey, the contest. I wonder where. I bet he did that for the contest to keep me in the contest.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back to the talking here. We're almost done with the show, you guys. We want to go to Casey and Inked Up about the last few things. Does dinner and a date mean you're getting lucky? Thank you, go
No,
first.
I don't expect anything. If I take you out on a date, it's because I'm being generous and taking you out on a, to have a good time. I'm not gonna expect nothing. That's like a gift. Like you getting someone a gift and then you expecting them to give something back to you. Like on here, like diamond trading. Why diamond trade? Like you have content. That's why you get gifted because you have content. It's not like don't gift me and expect me to come back to your stream and gift you.
Right.
But
Thank you so much for the love. Yeah, that's
kind
good. What
of that's
about
the same.
Inked Up? Where are you, Inked Up? He's not even paying attention.
Cooking.
It must be one of those 3 times.
Oh my god.
You got Inked Up all worked up.
Wait.
Okay, Casey, what about giving it up on the first date?
Thank you.
Thank you so
I've
much.
already discussed
Gilbert.
that one.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. What's a player? What is a player to you? What is a player?
Oh, a player. So okay. So it all boils down to manipulation, is how I feel. Like OMG said from the start. A whore is a manipulator. A player is a manipulator. You categorize that when you try to be something you're not to get laid. So when you're trying to be fake to get laid or persona that you're this big hotshot, then that's whenever you become a player, a whore, a slut, tramp, thought, chicken head.
When you what? When you
Whatever,
what? I'm sorry. When you what?
When you manipulate,
Oh.
to
Right.
to try to get laid.
Right.
That's when you categorize yourself in as a slut, a tramp, a whore, a player.
Correct.
And what do you think about this Roe versus Wade with the abortions being reversed?
I feel like it should be women's choice. Like definitely.
Here's what I think. I think if they're going to reverse that, if they're going to reverse the abortion rule, then they need to mandate that a dad be a part of his kid's family. Because how are they going to put that all on a single mom? If you're going to make me have a child, if you're going to make me have a child, then you better make him take care of his half.
You're going to or give me government assistance until that child is 18 years old.
Exactly. And I don't mean no $300 a month. I mean, $500 a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, they
Exactly.
I feel like it should be women's choice, but then again,
where are you?
You should. I think the first and second trimester you can get an abortion. The third trimester, it's a little too late. You had too much time to think about it.
I think so too. I think your first trimester. Now here's the thing. I've been doing some research on it today actually, and the first 12 weeks, a lot of women, the majority of women don't know for the first 12 weeks because a lot of them are bleeding anyway, and a lot of them don't know. And so 12 weeks in, it's more expensive by the 13th week, but a lot of women don't know until the 13th week. So I think maybe the first trimester and a half or something like that, it should be allowed.
That's what I was saying. The first and second trimester. If you've waited to the third trimester, you've waited too long.
Yeah.
No. What are you thinking, Kat?
I feel like you should have the choice if you want to be able to have it or not. Because sometimes, like you said, if it was for a different situation where they may have like a disability, or they may have a certain thing going on, I feel like you should still have that choice. Yeah.
What about the lady in the wheelchair?
If you're raped, like you said.
What about wait, Casey?
If you're raped.
What about What about the paraplegic woman that was taken advantage of at the nursing home? They knocked her up.
Horrible.
They got her pregnant. So she's gonna have to give birth. This woman who's paralyzed has to give birth because she was raped by the employee.
That sounds messed up.
It's horrible. Like that's not right. It's not right.
No, that isn't.
That's scary as hell. Holy crap.
It's very messed up.
Where did this happen? Where did that happen?
I don't remember where it was at, but I watched it on the news. It's horrible. It was a big thing. I think Arizona, maybe. I think Arizona.
When
That is
was
horrible.
this?
horrible.
Like a year ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, totally messed up. Totally
You know
paralyzed.
what
And they knocked her out. There was her
happened,
family members that found her stomach getting bigger, and they're the ones that figured out she was pregnant. Because she couldn't talk. She was totally like what do you call it? A deaf mute, whatever. She's like a vegetable. And they knocked her up. They knocked up a vegetable.
Oh my
The
God.
people that worked there.
That's gross in general. Like that's I don't know.
That's disgusting. It's terrible. It happens a lot, though. That's right, Gopher.
Like,
It happens a
did
lot.
they go to prison? Did they go to prison?
I don't know what happened. I would hope so. I hope they figured out who it was.
I was gonna
I
say,
don't
I
know.
hope they arrested that person.
Oh, they should be
it
able to
was
figure
a
that
sad
out.
story. Very sad story. Well, right now, I want to thank everyone who's in the Babe Cave and let everybody know right now you've just been a part of the Babe Cave. And I do the Babe Cave show every Sunday night. I'm going to be moving it next week to Saturday night. I want to try working Saturday nights and doing it Saturday nights so I have more time between my two shows. I need an extra day between my two shows. So I am going to move it to Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern as well. So please tune in next week on Saturday night at 11 p.m. for the Babe Cave show. It's about being a fly on the wall in the ladies' room. So my co-host is Katarina and I will be heading up the show. We will have 3 wonderful male barflies. One was unable to make it tonight. So anyway, due to an injury, it was going to be a girl dressed up as a guy too. It was going to be really fun. But she's in the comments the whole show. My dear SOS hashtag, who represents a great cause on the app. If you guys would be willing to favorite SOS hashtag, go for it in the comments. Sure would appreciate you guys favoriting her, going to her Instagram and looking at what cause she is supporting and upholding. She's changing lives and saving lives. So I highly recommend you guys follow her and visit her Instagram page, please. And Katarina, my co-host is Katarina. Please tell everybody about you and your stream.
Well, I'm gonna be doing a little changes in my stream as like I said, I stream only for fun, but I do thank you, John Paul. Since I've been starting talking to more people about my epilepsy and my seizures, I will be putting together something for my epilepsy because I do a lot of charities here in my state for epilepsy. So that's what I'm going to start doing a little more on this app and discussing about my health conditions. And
Awesome. Thank you, Katarina. That's great. How about you, Casey? Tell us a little bit about your stream and what you do.
I just mainly get on and BS and just pick people's brains, kind of like this here, is a lot of topics that, kind of come up that, and, different conspiracies and, what, like you say, try to just pick people's brains, see what they're about. But, like I said, one thing I need to start doing is streaming more often, or being more consistent rather than streaming for 30 minutes here, come back on for 30 minutes there, be more consistent at a time to where people know, okay, Casey's going to be on at this time.
Exactly. Consistency is a key. That's why I stream from 8 p.m. Central Time to 12 o'clock midnight Central Time. So. And
I come on at 9 o'clock my time, which is right now. It's 11 o'clock Eastern, everybody.
Yeah.
How about you? Tell us a little bit about you and your stream.
I support a lot of people that feel like they're not always necessarily accepted in other people's streams, or they feel like they're like the odd one out and stuff like that, and they're always welcome to come to mine. Like they may be gay, they may be a different race, they may be all that sort of stuff, and I think everyone deserves to have that chance of being welcome to someone's stream, even if they do have that sort of stuff going on, like everyone's welcome. I like to build each other's spirits up, Sometimes we all have a bad day, and people seem to come to my stream to make themselves feel a bit better at the end of the day, have a bit of a laugh. I feel like that's what it's all about.
What about trolls?
Well, yeah, I don't really mind trolls. Sometimes they come in and they actually make the stream a bit more exciting with some of the stuff that they say. So you just leave them there. It's funny.
That's what I usually do. I just let them go ahead and do what they got to do, until they start to getting a little more provocative,
Ballsy.
you know, I guess. If
Yeah.
you know, there's a limit. I always tell them, get in my box. You know, if you're gonna get in here and talk crap, get in my box. You know,
Right.
they
Okay,
don't.
well, let me
then-
tell a little bit about my stream, you guys. I have a really big thing going on here. On the 27th is my Battle Royale. My Battle Royale is very, very important. It's going to be big on the app. Everyone who's anybody is going to be there. It's a big, big thing. And please, I'm asking anyone that loves me and supports me to please turn up. If you don't have any diamonds to offer, I'd like you to write Groovy for Top Badge on your name. Change your name to Groovy for Top Badge and spam my emojis. The island, not the beach, but the island. Rose Island Rose. I would greatly appreciate that. Rose Island Rose. Change your name to Groovy for Top Badge.
Absolutely. I will be there.
Groovy for Top Badge. One or the other, you know?
Absolutely.
If you don't want to
I
change your name,
will be there.
yeah, that would be wonderful. So it's very, very important, you guys, that you pull up for that if you can, in any way you can. I would sure appreciate all y'all pulling up. It's going to be at 9:45 Eastern. That's 9:45 at night Eastern. And it's going to be on, you come to my stream, or you can go to Winda, W-I-N-D-A, Winda stream, either stream. But she will be, it's a big thing. The app will be promoting it. So everybody who's anybody will have to go into that stream before they can enter into any other streams. So it's going to be a pretty big thing. I really need you guys to pull up for me because I'm going against somebody that I hear is really big on the app. So I really need friends to pull up any way you can. If you can splurge on something for me, please do. And if you can't, I'm going to love you anyway. But I sure would love as much support as possible, you guys. Come locked and loaded.
What do you stream off of? What, are you on POF or Meet
Plenty
Me?
of fish. Plenty of fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my backup.
I was just curious.
I have my backup account on Plenty of Fish, but I stream from Meet Me.
That's what I stream from Meet Me.
Yeah, I like Meet Me. I don't like Plenty of Fish, but I have my
I
backup
do
account.
too.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Katarina. Thank you all, Casey. Thank you, Inked Up. You guys, you're free to go. The Babe Cave show is wrapped. So thank you very much for coming to the Babe Cave
I hope you guys had fun.
Y'all are free to run away.
Well, thank you for having me. No, it's been cool.
Very, very welcome. Very welcome. I thought it was quite the show tonight. I didn't think we'd cover all the material, but we did manage to get it all covered in the show. Great show. Thank you guys so much for coming. Katarina,
No, I
again,
can definitely.
thank you.
Oh, absolutely, anytime.
I can definitely like keep going on like a few of the topics,
Right.
but you know that's
Well,
like
keep going. What else do you have to
I
say
can
about
definitely
it?
keep going.
It's fun. It's definitely fun.
Well,
Casey.
just
If
like
you have any people, if you have any people, let them know about Groovy. Let them know we do this show. Well, she does this show. Now it's gonna be changed to Saturday.
Yep.
So yeah, just spread the word out. I know you don't have friends. I know you don't have guy friends, but I'm sure you do. Whatever. So tell the ladies.
Welcome.
Oh
let them
yes,
know.
that's yeah.
And a big shout out to
No,
my top
but-
3 gifters of the stream, please. Everybody give a shout out to 123 Jean Paul. Hashtag SOS, go for it. And Moody. I appreciate all my gifters and everyone else that gifted.